Hey guys, welcome to another video. You can tell by the title that we're back to flags today, more specifically the Mexico flag. As usual, we're going to be taking a look at the history and the meaning of the flag. So first, let's take a look at Mexico's flag today. A tricolor, vertical striped flag, green, white, and red, with an eagle in its center. Before we talk about the meaning of the colors and the symbol, let's travel back a few hundred years and look at how the Mexican flag has evolved throughout time. Before the Spanish arrived and colonized the territory, the region of Mexico was populated by natives. The most well-known would be the Aztecs, but there were also other tribes like the Mayans, the Zapotec people, or the Yaqui, amongst many others. These people had their own symbols, but from what I could understand, the use of the flag as a symbol of identification wasn't very common. So we're gonna use the arrival of the Spanish and their colonization of the Mexican territory as our starting point for this video. The Spanish conquest of the Aztec Empire, followed by the rest of Central America and Mexico, started in 1519. So from this point onwards until the independence of Mexico, we can say that the official flag flying over the Mexican territories was the Spanish flag, with a couple of exceptions that we're gonna look at. Following the end of the conquest of the Aztecs, there were two flags flown alongside the Spanish flag in Mexico. The flag of Hernán Cortés, a red flag with the image of the Virgin Mary, and the cavalry standard, a swallow-tailed red flag with a dove, representing the Holy Spirit. So these two really represent the Catholic influence that the Spanish brought over to the New World. Even though what they did to conquer the territories wasn't exactly very Catholic, they tended to be quite violent and massacred several thousands of natives. The Spanish flag changed throughout time and had some evolutions. If you want to understand those, check out my video on the Spanish flag. But what's important for Mexico is the change which occurred in 1810. In 1810, the New Spain Independence War began, also known as the Mexican Independence War. It partially coincides with the Napoleon invasion of Spain in 1808, and it might have been one of the causes. The weakening of the central region of the empire in Spain allowed for the fight for independence of the colonies. Until 1815, with the war waging on, there was not an official proposal for a flag. Instead, each armed group flew its own standard, flag, or emblem. One of the first independence movement emblems was a banner of the Virgin of Guadalupe. Interesting how Cortez's flag for colonization and the independence movement's flag had this common symbol, the Virgin Mary. There were also several other flags and banners in use during the war. In 1815, the first official flag was proposed and confirmed, having three variants: the war flag, the flag of truce, and the merchant flag. The war flag consisted of a mix of light blue and white squares, with the Mexican symbol in its center, a more elaborate version of the symbol in today's flag. The flag of truce was white with a light blue border, with a sword, an olive branch to symbolize peace, and a laurel crown. The merchant flag was a flag of commerce, a white cross on a field of light blue. The switch to the red, white, and green colors only happened next. This flag was not a national flag, but it could be seen as the origin of this color scheme. It is the flag of the Army of the Three Guarantees, which you could say was the first official Mexican army, very important to the fight against the Spanish and the consolidation of independence. The three guarantees were keeping the Roman Catholic Church, achieving independence under a liberal monarchy, and the equality between Europeans and Americans fighting alongside each other for Mexican independence. So the first meaning of the colors was the white, representing Catholic faith, the green, representing independence, and the red, representing the union between Europeans and Americans. The first official national flag of Mexico to use these colors was the flag of 1822, the flag of Imperial Mexico. Despite having the full symbol in its coat of arms, the symbol on the flag was merely a crowned eagle. Next, we have the Republican flag, used on and off through the 1800s. The only change was the removal of the crown and the addition of the stone, lake, and laurel. For a short period in 1863 and 64, the state used the imperial coat of arms as its main symbol instead of the flag because of the war between Republicans and monarchists. From 1864 to 67, the imperial standard and the imperial flag took a more European style in the coat of arms. A collar of the Mexican Eagle Grand Order and a scroll with the words equity and justice was added to the flag. In 1867, Mexico officially became a republic and all imperial symbols were abolished. The Republican flag had a lot of changes, but it essentially stayed the same. These changes were merely the way that the eagle was shown on the flag. So we arrive at today's flag, in use officially since 1968. The colors remain the same, but their meaning has slightly changed. The green is now said to represent hope. The white represents purity, and the red represents the blood of the heroes who fought for independence. Very similar meanings to the ones of the colors in the Portuguese flag. The central symbol with the eagle is based on the Aztec symbol for, and I'm gonna mispronounce this, Tenochtitlan, now Mexico City. According to legend, the gods had advised the Aztecs that the place where they should settle would be identified when they saw an eagle on a cactus pear tree killing a serpent. It is said that they saw this eagle on top of a lake, on top of the tree, now one of the central squares in Mexico City. So that is the meaning and history of the Mexican flag, up to today's version of the green, white, and red with an eagle in its center, sitting on a pear cactus tree on top of a lake, killing a serpent. The act of the eagle killing the serpent could mean the triumph of good over evil, while for Catholics also being a reference to the serpent of the Garden of Eden. There's always a similarity with the Italian flag, but I found an animation that shows the difference between the two, the shade of the colors, the dimensions, and the symbol in the center of the flag. So that is it, the Mexican flag. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to leave a comment with your thoughts and corrections, and make sure to subscribe if you want to catch future videos. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.